we're going to discuss how to go about handling the second part of this year's summer assignment. Part 1, solving equations explicitly, I think we're pretty clear on, but a few questions have come up regarding Part 2. So, let's go through the parts of Part 2. First, you have your notes. These work in conjunction and look exactly like the videos, the screencasts that I put up on Schoology. Part 2 are these summer assignment. Actually, let's go with Part 3 first. Let's go to this section. So when you watch the screencast for section 5.1, for example, that goes along with this part of a textbook where the section number corresponds to that. And so you could also watch the video and you would also read this textbook. Section 5.1 would, for example, go this page and this one, giving plenty of examples similar to the ones I have. 477. Let's see. Now I'm missing 478, 479. No, there it is. All right. So some of the pages seem to be a little bit reversed, and that may be the case with a few of yours. I've noticed these. So you may have to play around and find the pages in question and rearrange them, but here, for example, is section 5.1. 476, 477, 478, 479, 480, 481, and 482. So, my apologies, but it looks like, in my case, in this case at least, some of them may be correct, but in this case I'm going to have to repunch some holes. This is not the end of the world. You are bright people and can figure this out. Now, so you have written material that basically is the same as the stuff that I'm going to talk about in the videos. Also, at the end of each of these sections, so here's section 5.1, see it? At the end of that section, the last few pages are going to be exercises that go along with section 5.1. This would be, for example, exercise 1, and this would be exercise 2, and so on and so forth. The reason I bring that up now, so let's go back to this part. When I assign a problem, so when I assign problems for section 5.1, and I say number 1, that's where you would go to find it, where we just pointed to it in here, and so forth. So all these problems here correspond to various exercises that you would find in here. Here's 583 here for the last set of them. So, you do those problems. Now, here's the way I would expect you to do this. Watch the video and take notes for section 5.1. That would only be this page, this page, this page, and this one. When you get to section 5.2, I would stop. Then, taking these as examples, I would then go and tackle the exercises for 5.1. You'll notice as you go through this that the first couple problems will look like some of these. That these are basically the examples of all the different problems you'll have to do. The second set may look like this. Some of them will look like this. The words will be almost identical. For example, here's just picking one at random. This part of the lecture says, find the angle of least positive measure that is coterminal with A. If I go to my section 5.1, let's see. Here we go. This section here says, find the angle of least positive measure that is coterminal with, and then they give you a bunch of So the exercises that are in the 73 to 84, if you're wondering how to do those, I give you an example. So you can go back and watch that part of the video or look at your notes and figure out how to do it. Now, when you're done doing it, if you are, and this is vital for your success in this course, if you are just interested in completing the assignment, like you think that's going to, just by filling a paper with writing, if you think that's going to be enough to get you a decent grade in this course, you are going to be sorely mistaken. You're going to tell me, oh, I've done all my assignments. And I'm going to tell you, but what do you know? So how do you know if you, I would want to know if I know what I'm doing. That's why some of you have been astounded by this. You just can't seem to wrap your head around the fact that I want you to really learn. If you go to the end, so here's section 5.1, right? If you flip a few pages, I give you enough space, I think, to do the work, you'll find these. These are the answers to the odd problems. Yes, I gave you the answers. Do you think I want you to just write them down? Well, sure, go ahead, write them down, because you won't learn a darn thing, and you'll struggle, and you'll be like, but I do my work. Has nothing to do with it. Whether you complete it or not is not important. It's what you learn by completing it. And so I give you the answers so that you can check to see if you got number 1 right, or you got number 73 right, or if you got whatever, any of the odd problems, which most of them are, you can check to see if you're doing them right. You get instant feedback. Yes, I'm doing it right. Good, I know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm not doing it right. I should probably do another couple of those. So, then we're going to repeat that process. Before I dive into section 5.2's exercises, I'm going to watch the video and take notes on section 5.2 here in the note packet. I'm going to find that screencast. It'll focus eventually. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to find that video and watch it and take notes on 5.2. And when I'm done taking notes on 5.2, that's a pretty long one if I remember correctly. Yep, goes a few pages. I am then going to embark on the exercises for 5.2. I'm going to find them in my quote textbook. Here we go. Exercises for 5.2. And I'm going to do the exercises that I assign here. Check the answers at the end of that section to see if I'm doing them right, and then move on to section 5.3 and so on. So I would do it one section at a time, and the order in which I would do it is notes, watch the video, maybe read a little bit as well, just a suggestion, then exercises in here, checking my answers as I go to make sure that I'm doing them right. And then if I find a particular topic is exceptionally difficult, that's when I start contacting Mr. Wellborn, and I get into William Penn, and he goes over with me what I need to know to learn it. That is the idea behind the trigonometry packet. So you don't watch all the videos at once and then expect to be able to do all the exercises. That just isn't going to happen. You should do it section by section. You could even break it down and just do a part of a video and then do the exercises that match that, and then do the next part and so forth. You don't even have to break it down by section. You can break it down even smaller than that. If I have the time, I will, in a later video, I will try to give some explanation of vectors, although I don't think it needs it. Everything is pretty much written here, what to do. So I would probably just leave you at this, but if I can, I'll try to show you a couple of these, but no guarantees on that one. All right, hope this helped.